April 1st, April Fool's Day. Don't believe anything you hear today. I got the little dude out here. It is youth turkey season. It is second youth turkey season. Last weekend we had baseball tournament. And pretty much every weekend from here until I'm dead, we're gonna have some sort of sporting event. So this is really our only time to go turkey hunting, I think, for this year. So Joey is playing on his phone already. He's playing football as we are sitting here waiting for some turkeys to show up. We're at my buddy Dan's farm. We climbed up into his blind. Last night we had monster storms roll through, like tornado type storms, so it delayed our travel by a couple hours. We didn't get out here till about 11 o'clock last night. We just didn't have time to come set up a ground blind on the ground, so we just decided to climb up in this elevated blind. It already had chairs and a heater, and well, it's snowing right now, so that sounded like a pretty good idea to me. So Dan has been sending me pictures of turkeys in this field where we're at the last 2 days. They were here yesterday at like 7:30. The day before they were here at like noon. So there's definitely some birds around. Look like a couple gobblers. So we're just gonna hang out and see what happens here today. We're getting ready to call. We're gonna break out the slate calls in a minute. I have not heard any gobbles, but I believe that the birds are roosted to our south a fairly decent way. So it may be a while before they get up into this field, but I have a feeling they'll be up here today to feed around. So the setup is not ideal. I'd like to be up higher on the hill so the decoys are more visible, but we're gonna make the best of the situation. We're gonna see if something shows up. Have you seen any turkeys?
No.
Are you looking for them?
No. I'm scoring a touchdown.
What's more important?
The touchdown.
Trust me, it's a Tom, dude.
I know. He said my son is a blue, so it's not.
No. Do not move that thing too much. He's gonna see you. Alright, the big one's gonna come right behind him. He's gonna get pissed off. Just wait for him. Wait for him to come in. Shoot them or no? shoot him?
Yeah.
Alright. Yes or no?
He's running.
No.
He's walking too fast.
Okay. Do you want to shoot this Jake?
No, I don't want to shoot. There's these dogs.
So what? He scared them off? Are you kidding me?
But they like to stay.
I don't know what their deal was. They got scared.
So did I.
I know, I saw you.
I jumped back.
That Jake was the first one down into the decoys. And I was like, all right, perfect. That Tom is just going to follow him. And when that Jake started flogging the decoy, it scared that Tom for some reason, which I don't know if it was just the noise or what, but it scared him. So he runs off. The other two get fired up. They run in. So we're going to try to shoot one of them, but they just wouldn't stop moving. Joey did not want to shoot at Jake, so man, that was literally as close of a call as you could humanly have.
Oh, shoot, turkey. Three. I'm not joking. Just chill. It's happening. Stop. I can't. We're not doing this stuff. Just chill. Go. I need them.
There's a bunch of them. Go out and shoot it. Like how?
We're not shooting at Jake. We had a long beard and we oh, here we go. Oh, I'm so tempted to shoot it.
Oh, look at that one right there in the front. You can see. Okay,
Yeah, I want to shoot him in the head though.
I don't care what you want to do there. Shoot him.
Only tomorrow.
Okay.
If the Jake comes around, I'm definitely going to shoot because it's the only weekend we have.
Alright, fair enough.
Not today though.
It's like when you and your brother fight. That's what it looks like. They're just pecking each other's faces off.
They stopped.
Alright guys, second Second day of the second youth turkey season. Our second day, last day of youth season, April 2nd. Birds are on the roost, hammering back behind us. We decided to pull out of that permanent blind that we were in yesterday. And we popped up a blind in the middle of this field last night at about 9 o'clock. We got the EV&X strutter decoy out and the EV&X hen. Birds are hammering on the roost a couple 100 yards behind us. We're going to hope they pitch down and eventually make their way back into this field. Frankie and his daughter killed a bird over a strutter yesterday, so we're hoping for similar luck. We got 3 or 4 birds gobbling behind us. I only yelped a couple times on the slate call, and we got one to respond, so I'm not going to worry about calling too much. It seems like they're pretty henned up right now. They got a lot of hens with them. It was below freezing last night, and the inside of our blind had frost all over it. As soon as I fired up the heater, it's like a rainstorm in here. So we got 4 hens in the field. They almost climbed in the blind with us. We had one strutter show up all by himself. He's just out there at like 100 yards strutting around. He came into like maybe 40 or 50. But we got 2 behind us that are working in. They seem to be pretty fired up. When we call, they're responding. And they're getting closer, so. We got 3 targets. Let's go. We just need these 2 back here to be pissed off and come beat up this strutter. That one's still up. I think there's a little one behind it. Hey, they're getting closer. birds ended up coming back in. They were out at about 22, 23 yards walking, trying to get behind the decoys or go past us or something. Joey shot that lead bird and it looks like he hit him real low. He definitely hit him because we've got blood and we've got feathers. We have no clue where the arrow went, so we're down to 2 arrows. And I guess we're just gonna track and see what we can find. What? That's the best way to find him. I think he's angling this way because there's blood right here. Alright, well, we found the bird. He's still alive. He's not very mobile. And unfortunately for him, his friend is still with him. And he is jumping on him and beating him up. So we're kind of just watching and waiting to see what's going to happen. Either that bird's going to die, or the other one's going to get bored and move off eventually, and then maybe we could stalk over there and get a follow-up shot on him. They're about, I don't know, 150 yards from us maybe, not even 125. We've been watching them for probably 5 or 10 minutes now. We're gonna get that bird one way or another. The only thing that would stop us from getting him is if he flies away.
Well, guys, I wish I had a better story to tell you here, but this was an SH show, if you know what I'm talking about. Joey and I watched this bird for an hour. The other bird just would not leave him alone. We were hoping that he was going to expire. Unfortunately, he didn't. So when that healthy bird finally moved off, Joey and I moved in on the stalk. It took a couple more shots, but fortunately, we finally got the job done.
All right, guys, we finally got our turkey. We had to track him down and put another arrow in him. And this was my second turkey ever, and thanks for Dan for letting me hunt on his farm and get my second turkey ever. Bow hunt or die, baby. Okay.
Are you jacked? Mm-hmm. Hey, nice work. Good job today, buddy. It's a nice bird. You should see your back. It's hard to being a hunter, dude. Welcome to the club. Well, if any of you saw my social media post about this, one thing that I said was that stories like this, when things don't go right and you're chasing around the woods after a critter all day with your dad or with your son, in this case, seem to make for the best memories. I can think back as a young man being with my dad and one of his friends as we chased a wounded moose all over the Canadian wilderness. And although this wasn't quite the same, it was definitely a memorable experience for both of us. Really glad that we got that bird. You know, after the follow-up shots on that bird, which unfortunately we didn't get on film because I was a dummy and I left the camera up the hill. So we were in a rush to kind of get down the hill before we lost sight of the bird. I left the camera down there. Eventually Joey was able to finish him off, but the shots, there was 2 subsequent follow-up shots and they were both really low. And I was like, man, that's weird because Joey is normally just dead nuts on when he's shooting that bow. So I took the bow home and I shot it, and it is, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches low at 20 yards. And that thing was sighted in perfectly before we went hunting. So I have to think that when he hit the blind, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it jarred something loose, rattled something in the scope, or what exactly happened, but that definitely threw the bow off because I talked to Joey and he was like, man, I was on that bird perfectly dead center, and he was like 22 yards away. It's not like he was far on that first shot. So something obviously must have happened when he hit the blind, but you know, as fate would have it, we were able to get the turkey recovered. So pretty awesome experience. I enjoyed it. I want to say thanks again to my buddy Dan for letting us hunt his farm. It is very, very much appreciated. Hopefully you guys out there are all having a wonderful turkey season. You're all getting your deer work done. Now's the time of year. You got to get out, be working on those food plots, habitat products, or projects, I should say, stand maintenance, hanging stands now before it's too hot and the bugs are out. All of those things are what I'm gonna be focused on instead of turkey hunting over the next couple weeks. So good luck to everybody that's out there turkey hunting. We will see you next time right here on Bowhunt or Die. 17.4. What do you say? Excuse me? Yeah, exactly.